What did Lily Allen say while playing Riichi Mahjong? I sit in the dealer's seat and it makes me smile when I get good tiles. I start with a pair of E's, that's just my style, so in for a while. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are, folks. You're listening to Riichi FM. That's Lily Allen with Smile. Are you sitting down? I need you to be sitting down, okay? I know it's never a good sign when I start the video off by telling you that you need to be seated right now. Oh, the match history. Lord save him. 2 4th places in our recent history. I did play a game. I rage queued a game in bed on my iPad, and that was very fun. I managed to pull a 2nd place. Did I lose by less than 1,000 points? And was it still a little bit tilting even though the elo's going up? Oh, absolutely it was. But hey, if it doesn't cause great damage to the human spirit, then it isn't Riichi Mahjong. So as we load into the gold room today, let me just say this. If you like the genre or you like the genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every day. Consider leaving a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous today. And what are we gonna do today? We're gonna play Smart Billy Bean Baseball. And I'm gonna say this, okay? I think, this is the Animal Crossing new strategy. So, when I first started this YouTube channel, I would fold like a coward always, right? And that's honestly just my style. To quote my own song parody, that's honestly just my style. And it was not right to always fold, right? It cannot be right to always fold. There are situations, much like the situations laid out in Dinah Chiba's magnum opus, Riichi Book 1, there are situations where you have to push. You absolutely have to push, or you're just gonna die a slow and painful death, okay? It's called being born into a capitalist system. All right. And so people kind of got the idea, and rightfully so. Oh, Yusong folds too much. And I kind of got that in my head too. But then in recent history, I've started pushing more. I've started trying to get cute with it. I've started trying to slide into first base, right? To get into tenpai before exhaustive draw, all this stuff. And I think that is genuinely caused me a lot of problems. But because I have this history of folding, people are like, I think you're being too cowardly and I totally understand where that is coming from. But I think that what I realized playing Riichi Mahjong by myself in bed, and that's not a euphemism, okay? It's not like, oh, every single day of my teenage/adolescent years, I was playing a little Riichi Mahjong in bed, if you know what I mean. It's not like that. What I learned playing Riichi Mahjong in bed by myself, not talking into a microphone, right? Not giving the Haktua commentarily to a microphone, Crosshair calls the Riichi, is that, I don't think I've been seeing things like I don't think I easily see safe tiles as much as I previously saw safe tiles. I think the answer is not just to like turn your brain off and push every single hand. I think that I think I actually need to be more have a more concerned focus when I do fold, and just to make sure that I'm folding with the absolute correct tile. And that makes it so that when we push, by the way, like we can also use that strategy. The point is, you're gonna watch me do a lot of folding today, and I can't do anything about that. In fact, I actually think that it is oftentimes the right thing to do. And I will say this, I'm given a lot of strength by the fact that, you know, there's a lot of really strong players in the Mahjong Soul community at large, in the Discord as well. I think that I'm very privileged that, you know, a lot of the smart players, or a lot of the really strong players, hang on, I gotta think about this for a second. So I have a decent hand. I mean, it's really valuable, but it's really far away from tenpai, and I don't want to push this. I throw the 4 just in case I draw back into a 1, and in that time, someone throws, like, I don't know, a freaking 4 of bamboo or something. I don't think it's gonna happen, but a boy can pray. And luckily, I don't think the answer is just to start playing recklessly more aggressive. And I have some feedback to prove that point as well. Now, have I just surrounded myself with yes people like I'm a politician working on Capitol Hill? Maybe. Maybe that's the folly that I've dug myself into. That's the grave that I've dug myself. But I think we're just gonna try to be a little bit more focused today. More focused than usual. Now, things in my real life that can make focusing a little bit more difficult. Yo, I keep getting woken up at 6 a.m. for the last 2 days by the sound of someone, and I swear this is the exact sound, okay? Never have I worked as a Foley artist, but let me tell you something. I could cook up some beats right there if you know what I'm talking about. I could definitely cook up some sound effects in the lab. It sounds like, no joke, someone is throwing a tennis ball on the roof, and because the roof is slanted, it's like bouncing and then rolling off. Of course, I've been woken up by this horrendous hellscape of a sound for the last 2 days. Now I'm gonna Google it. It was a problem all last summer too, and you know what I think it is? Squirrels! It's squirrels all the way down. I was reading a few just like exterminator websites. I don't know if they were real. I don't know if they were AI generated. I don't know if they were an SEO trap. I have no idea if they're real or not. But was reading about it, and people were saying, like, especially if they're active at dawn, which they are, okay? Every day as the sun rises, one squirrel looks to the other squirrel and says, "We ride at dawn." And that's how we end up in the horrible space that we've ended up in. Crossword is gonna win this one after a long walk, right? Riichi White Dragon. Luckily not too big of a hand. Were we the dealer? Oh, we were the dealer. So we're lucky that we don't pay out the dealer penalty, albeit it would have been a very, very small one. Okay. And there goes our dealer seat. There goes your man. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. Let's think about East 2. Now, Dora is going to be the 4 of characters. Can't really use that right now. Maybe we have a pure straight here. That would be our best case scenario in the bamboo suit. So we're hoping that we draw into the bamboo tiles that we don't have, right? 7 of bamboo, 3 of bamboo, 1 of bamboo. All would go kind of hard. 2 of circles is no slouch either. Suddenly we have a finished 1, 2, 3 shape. That's very, very nice. So I think we're gonna call some people, and I don't want to like destroy a squirrel's ecosystem, okay? That's not my MO. I'm not literally evil, okay? Despite the fact that sometimes I pray for other human beings explicit sadness and misfortune when we play Riichi Mahjong. But that's just human nature, okay? I don't want to like kill any squirrels, and you can quote me on that, okay? I think that's a pretty safe and reasonable position to have, but I do want to spray, like, I don't know, maybe they don't like the smell of peppermint or something, and hopefully a company like Willy Wonka or I don't know can just get up on the roof and spray like a perimeter of peppermint or something. Dude, I don't know how squirrels work, okay? I don't know how squirrels work, but I'm hoping that a company can help us out. I'll pay whatever you want. It's like it's my sleep. I at least gotta sleep so I can play better Riichi Mahjong. I hope you understand. You have a spouse and kids at home. Me, I got incremental gains to make in Mahjong Soul, and he's coming off of 2 4th place finishes. Okay, this is no game for me, Willy Wonka. I need someone to help me get rid of these squirrels. I haven't been sleeping too well, but luckily, I mean, you know, should count my blessings. At least it's not like, I mean, hopefully it's not rats or something. I don't know. It could still be rats, but hopefully it's not. So we are 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. I'll tell you this much right now. If we draw into 7 of bamboo, I'm slamming the like and subscribe button, right? This is Riichi Pinfu. We don't have any Dora, but Riichi Pinfu, that's a hand. That's a match made in heaven. If we draw into, okay, that's a weird one. 7, 8, 9, 9, 4, 5, 6, 6. Is this anything? I don't know if this is anything. I don't know if we can actually keep it. But we can. I think this is fine. So hang on. If we draw into like a 6 of circles or a 9 of circles, we're pogging. If we draw into, no, this is a great hand. Oh my God. It's very rare that you see this kind of, shape, right? We see 2 of them in 2 different suits, but 6 of circles, 9 of circles gets us into Tenpai. Wow, that's really good too. But do we care about that? I don't think we care about this. I think that our widest tile acceptancy / Kyle acceptancy is with the hand that we currently have. All right, we deal into Left Lloyd's green dragon only hand, but that's, at least it was nice that we saw Our outs there. We had a really, really strong shape to get into Tenpai. Did it work out? No. Are we very lucky that left lord did not have like red 5 or Dora or anything? Absolutely. We were very, very lucky there. Should I have been more careful? You know what? I was too busy focused on my own hand. And this is the folly of sometimes doing some commentary. Sometimes you're so locked into whatever's going on in your own hand that you might ignore what's going on in other people's hands. I'm going ignore like I'm Chibli on Twitch, and I say that with absolute reverence. Huge Chibli fan. I think he's a great guy and a good colleague as well. I love calling people on Twitch colleagues. It's so funny because it's technically true, but colleagues is such like a grown-up word, you know? We're colleagues. We're gonna give talks about whether or not, you know, predetermination is sound philosophically. Yes. But I have colleagues too. They're on Twitch and they sometimes play Fall Guys. And that, honestly, that is the kind of professional space that I want to exist in. So, how do I feel about pushing this hand? I mean, left lord has Prevalent Wind, nothing else. They've cut the Dora. I mean, I'm scared that they have like some sort of like all honors Yakuman. I don't think we're supposed to play around that, but at the same time, oh no, this hand is actually, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Please don't kill me. Okay, it didn't kill me. I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. So what happens here? If we draw into 7 of circles, we get single tile weight on the 4 of circles. I think that we should just fold here. I think that we should just, I mean, our hand is okay, but I don't know if it's that good. Left lord has all triplets maybe, or you just have nothing. This could be a nothing hand. This could be a nothing hand. If I'm more scared of triplets, I could be throwing the 8 of circles right now. But I'm scared that they have, I mean, there's no way, right? There's no way this is a half flush in the circle suit. They cut the 2 and the 7 super early on. It wouldn't surprise me if their hand was like 6, 7 of characters and a pair of the, I don't know, a pair of the 5 of bamboos or something. That genuinely wouldn't surprise me at all if their hand was just kind of like a who's who of a random smattering of tiles, an Applebee's appetizer sampler of tiles. Now, this is interesting. Right lord is gonna call a Riichi. Okay, despite left lord's very very close hand to Tenpai, they're gonna call a Riichi anyways. I'm kind of okay with this in the sense that I have a lot of safe tiles. 9 of circles also feels relatively beef safe enough. All the 8s are gone. All my 8's gone. And because of that, no one can have a 7-8 in their hand, and I'm very, very happy to be able to discard the 9 of circles. They can't even have a pair of the 9s, so the only way this gets me into trouble is if they have like a 7 pairs hand and they're single tile waiting on the 9s. Now, luckily, that did not happen. We have to figure out what our next safest tile is going to be. 2 of characters, you absolutely love to see it. I am 1 tile away from 7 pairs though. Is that funny? It's a little bit funny. Okay. Yep. They can't even have a single tile weight on the 9 of bamboo, and they can't have a 7-8. Right lord is gonna sumo here. I don't know what they were debating for. But they're gonna take it. Riichi sumo pin Futanyao. Not a bad hand at all. Luckily for us, right? They don't hit an Aura Dora or nothing. So we're still very much so in this game, despite the tiny bit of struggle that we have going on right now. I'm hoping to get rid of these dang squirrels. And then finally, once I unlock my beauty sleep, it's over for y'all, okay? It's absolutely over. What else has been going on? Okay, I've been on Twitter a lot recently, and there's this Twitter, you know, there's this, I guess you could call it a viral tweet, but literally everything in my timeline is, what's the funniest TikTok you've ever seen? And I need to tell you about this one, okay? I felt so bad for laughing at it, but it was a TikTok of a person at a strip club who was sobbing because she genuinely thought she got a concussion, but was so drunk that nobody else believed her. And so it was this, it sounds horrible that I'm describing it to you now like this. It genuinely made me laugh harder than anything that I've ever seen in such a long time, because there's someone like absolutely weeping in his strip club, being like, do I have a concussion right now? And it was just absolutely funny. You have to see it, okay? If someone reminds me to post it in the Discord, I'll absolutely post it in the Discord. Should I have thrown away my 9 of characters? I mean, now this is a little bit awkward. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little bit awkward. I am 1 tile away from Tenpai still. It's not great, but if we get the opportunity to chi into a 5 or an 8 or a 6 or a 9, I think I absolutely take it. You're probably asking yourself, Yusong, what's your pair going to be in the late game? Wowzers. Okay, that's really, really good. We can even chi into a 3 of circles still and cut the 7, and we still have a really, really solid double-sided weight. So yeah, we're gonna find our pair. We're definitely gonna find our pair somewhere along these tiles. The funny thing is that we could even pawn into a 7 or an 8 to get into Tenpai for the 3 of circles. That's a really bad Tenpai. I actually don't know if we'd want to take that Tenpai. Probably you do, right? Because Tenpai is better than nothing, but it's just such a crummy it's just such a crummy weight that I'm not necessarily in love with it. Again, the nut drop for us right now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is the 3 of circles. Now I'm scared that I've come across as like literally evil, because people are going to come away from this video being like, Yusong hates squirrels and laughs at people when they think they have concussions. No, it's not like that. It was very farcical, and the contrast of their, you know, the seriousness of their fear and the vibes of the club was very funny. All right, let's talk about Mahjong before I really start getting into trouble. So a crosser willing to cut the 5 probably means that their hand has got something, right? Definitely got something going on here. How are the scores looking? You know, something that we haven't often checked in on. Okay, that's amazing. We get to wait on the 6 or the 9. Something that we often don't check in on is like, how are the scores looking? Because that can be a good that can lead us into the right direction, whether or not we want to amass big hands or whether we're okay with just having a 1-han or a 2-han hand. Now, a crosslord is going to call the Riichi here. I don't like this, but I am in Tenpai. Left lord's not going to play safe at all. I don't know. They could deal into Ipatsu. We are very, very fortunate to have drawn into that 8 of circles. We get to stay in Tenpai with no real risk to ourselves at all. And now we have to keep this in mind. I designed this rhyme to play back in due time. Left lord's not necessarily folding here, and as a result, it means that they probably have a very scary hand as well, and they're trying to stay in the dealer seat or something, something like that. Nolan Northland. I mean, we are blessed. We are hashtag blessed right now, folks. We have not had to discard a risky tile at all. This isn't cowardice. This is just very, very lucky. We are taking the path definitely more traveled. Robert Frost would be very upsetty spaghetti at the current state of things. My hand is a 1-han hand. Our god is an awesome god. This tile is not very safe whatsoever. I'm getting out of here, folks. I'm absolutely getting out of here. I don't think it's right. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. I simply don't think it's right to throw the 4 of circles. And we also have reason to fold in that left lord. Yar! Left lord also is not folding here, which means we have 2 potential dangerous suitors, right? Call me a contestant on The Bachelor right now. We have 2 potential dangerous suitors that we could fall in love with, I guess, to complete the analogy. Crosslord's gonna sumo this. They get the Sanshoku as well for a Hanemon. Luckily, we're not the dealer. Okay, thank God we're not the dealer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So now the scores are a little bit wider. So are we incentivized just to win baby hands and avoid 4th place? I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think something that I'm so guilty of. Honestly, lock me up and throw away the key. I hate accepting anything other than 1st place. And this is true with me in real life as well. I'm so stubborn and I just want to win at all costs. So when we have the opportunity in South 4 to go for greatness, I will usually go for greatness despite the fact that greatness is going to get me into trouble. Like if we're in 3rd, imagine if these were the scores in South 4. I'm like, oh, all I need is a Mangan to get into 2nd place. That's so freaking doable. Like, oh my God, the world is our oyster. Yusong. Slap sound effect. It is not your oyster. Sometimes just taking 3rd place, like it's a bitter pill to take. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to take Robitussin if you're having a fever. At least I think that's what Robitussin is for. I can't really remember. Luckily, it's been a while since I've had to take Robitussin. It's a bitter pill to take. And I think if you want to climb the ladder of Mahjong Soul, much like climbing the stairway to heaven. You have to, okay, this is an amazing hand. This is an amazing hand. We can go for first place. This is a Riichi Pinfu Tanyo. Riichi Pinfu Tanyo is the dealer. Maybe we get Sumo, maybe we get Ippatsu, maybe we get Oradora. 6, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku? Yeah, like maybe, right? Maybe like a Justin Bieber's hit classic. Oh my god, a hit song. I should not have thrown the Clint Eastwood there. So we have a perfect Ishan 10 right now. Omega Chunk, pair, and double-sided weight. But this Omega Chunk, oh, please let me back in the game. Hang on, what is our, this pair never becomes a triplet, so it literally has to be a pair in our hands. So who am I most scared of? I'm most scared of Left Lord. Do I keep my options open just for the 7 of characters? I suppose it's not even that bad, but I kind of want to get rid of the 7 of characters early before it bites me in the butt. It seems like Left Lord has got something dangerous going on, right? They're willing to cut the Dora. Something that I noticed in my games and in my off time as well. I watched a little bit of a Jade Room game, or not a Jade Room game, like a Celestial Room game. Hang on, that's kind of nice with it. I can accept 1 or a 4. I don't really want to accept 1 or a 4. I kind of want to solidify my lot in life as having Tanyo. I don't think this is the worst thing to do. And I like that we can accept 2, 5, or 8, or 7 right now. Like, there's so many tiles that we can accept in the character suit. Now, this is where I would put my Tenpai if I had any, right? We can accept 2 of characters, 5 of characters, 8 of characters, 7 of characters, 4 of circles, 7 of circles. All of these tiles, technically 2 of circles, although there's none left in the game. We can accept all these tiles. All these tiles. People come up to me, they got tears in their eyes. We can accept all these tiles. And yet, we've forgotten what the orange pixels of the Riichi button look like. And you know what? That's okay. We can't get tilted. Now, should I hedge my bets a little bit and cut 7 of characters before it really gets me into trouble? I feel like Left Lord is soon gonna call Riichi or something silly like that. Honestly, it could already be too late to discard something like this 7 of characters. I'm not sure if this reasoning is sound. We are Omega punished if we draw into the 7 of characters, but that is not as likely. I mean, this is fine too. I mean, this is not, oh my god, this is just simply unbelievable. Would I pawn to get into Tenpai? Yeah, if someone cuts a 6 of characters, I pawn to get into Tenpai. I definitely want to try to remain in the dealer's seat. And something that we can notice as well is that 2 Dora have been discarded, so it's not like someone can have a triplet of the Dora. Oh my god, Yusong, you've been playing, excuse me, this entire game without having noticed, I'm gonna cheat here, just for a little bit of Tanyo, that a Crosslord's going for a flush in the bamboo suit. I'm a little bit scared of that. I'm definitely a little bit scared of that. It is the suit of the Dora, but at the same time, they can only have 2 Dora, so have flush 2 Dora. I mean, that is scary. That is very, very spooky scary. They could be going Domiton as well. You never know. There's haters everywhere. So if we draw into, oh god, how many 6s are gone? I'm going for it. Come on, I'm going for it. Am I being silly right now? Is this a terrible decision? Let me take a deep breath and think about it. I'm in the dealer's seat. I have Tanyo. My hand is ready. Downsides. A Crosslord seems like they have something scary. Left Lord doesn't seem like they have chopped liver either. We have a 2 of bamboo. That's so close to the Dora, man. This is a nightmare. This is a freaking nightmare. Oh my god. Okay. Right Lord cons. It could be worse. 3. How many 3s are gone? I wish I could highlight over the 3 of characters, but the 3 of bamboo. They could still technically have a 3-4 in their hand. But if they did have a 3-4, they would literally win on the 5. I could have cheated there. That is a big mistake by yours truly. Hang on. I could throw 6 of circles. I could have cheated there. I probably could have thrown away. And now with confirmation bias, could have definitely thrown away the 2 of bamboo, right? If they had a 4-5, they can't win off of it. They could have a pair of the 2s or something silly like that, or they could have a 1-3. So I like folding there. I don't want to deal into... This is what I mean. Like, I really don't even think I should be thinking about, pardon the repetition in that phrase, but like, I don't think that I should be thinking about pushing in that situation. I think that that is a hand where you are happy to literally pick apart every single valuable tile and every single valid shape in your hand, just to throw it all away. Because you're dealing with a freaking okay, I don't even know if we should have pawned that. This hand is really, really bad, but you're dealing with a monstrous situation. Right, Lord Riichi calls and then cons. And we know that they at least have the red 5. That's a bad situation. That's a bad grandpa right there. At least it was just an exhaustive draw and they did not win that one. So how does this hand win? Okay, I mean, we draw into the door. I don't necessarily love our situation, so oftentimes I will criticize other players for pawning a Yakuhai. Ay, am I doing this? Okay. Me, I'm just a Yaku guy. No, I don't even know if I should be pawning that. I mean, this is a dangerous situation. If we draw into a 7, it's not even that bad. And if it makes you happy, then why the heck are you so sad? I'll tell you what, our nut draw right now is another 8 of characters or a 7 of characters. That would make me go Owuga. That would make me go slide in the DMs, right? Etc., etc. Trying to act up in the club. Maybe I have a concussion or something. I don't know. 4, 5, 6. Now that is interesting. Oh my god. Okay. Was that right? We could have had a 2, 3, 4 and a 5, 6, 6 shape. I mean, we're 1 away from Tenpai right now. If we draw into the Dora, that's amazeballs. Sorry to use some language there. That's genuinely amazeballs. If we draw into 7 of bamboo, that's also Tenpai. Single tile waiting for the Dora. Is that good? No. But at least we can have 2 Dora with the prevalent win, right? Like, stranger things have happened. But oftentimes I will criticize other players, back to what I was saying, for pawning when the rest of their hand is literally Garbaggio, okay? And you could describe my hand as being literally Garbaggio. At least what you can do is, ooh, okay. Now if we draw into like 7 of characters, even 9 of characters gets us into a Tenpai where we can use the Dora. I don't think this is ever an all triplets hand. Satan, not today. I will not be tempted into sin. Okay? This is not an all triplets hand. Just be happy with what you have. Yusong, please. I'm literally begging you. Please just be happy with what you have. A crossword throwing the red 5. I don't like that. I don't like that, Sam I am. We could have at least waited to pawn the second one, right? Just to see if our hand has improved at all in between the first discard and the second discard. And that can definitely change the entire temperature of a round. And you're like, oh, you're kind of talking out of your butt. No, I genuinely believe that. A crossword, they throw the red 5. And this is what I mean. I know this is an obvious lesson, but it's a lesson that I love ignoring. When someone throws a red 5, you must try to stay alive, okay? It rhymes, therefore it must be true. If someone is throwing a red 5 with a Dora, it means that their hand is not Garbaggio. It means that their hand is, what is the thing that kind of sounds like Garbaggio, but it's like the opposite? Treasuraggio, okay? Now you understand. Look in the comment section right now. I guarantee you 15 identical comments. I swear to you, okay? 15 identical comments, all saying, Yusong, I was confused before, but after your hot Garbaggio / hot Treasuraggio, spelling is going to be a little whack on this one, comments, I now understand Riichi Mahjong better than I understand myself. Thank you so much, XOXO, we are the world. This hand is amazing. 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku chance, very much so alive. What do we want to see right now? I would say like a 3 of characters would definitely go hard, followed by what, 8 of circles, just so we can guarantee some Tenhou magic. I mean, this is good, but I'm starting to, it's a familiar feeling of all of our tiles are good. How are we going to get into Tenpai, and how are we going to get a pair into this hand? Like, these are all amazing questions that we need to ask ourselves. And now, like, what happens if we draw into a 4, 5, 6 or a 1, 2, 3? I mean, 1, 2, 3 is still fine for Sanshoku, but if we draw into a 4, 5, 6 and a 2, 3, 4, for example, we might not necessarily guarantee ourselves that dank Sanshoku. Do we care? Riichi pin through red 5 Dora? No, we don't really care. Even if we don't have Sanshoku, we're pogging. It would be nice, don't get me wrong. 4, 5, 6, okay. Ishan 10? 1 away from Tenpai? It's not what I want. It does not have the droids that I'm looking for, but it is what we're going to do. 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. We could still do that, right? If we draw into like 6 of characters, I cut this. Oh, but then we deny ourselves Tenpai. But a million tiles get us back into Tenpai with an even better weight. And sometimes, you know, I was doing my Riichi Mahjong book of puzzles. That's been linked in the Discord several times. Huge shout out to everyone in the Discord who, you know, when a newcomer drops into the Mahjong channel and asks, hey, what's that book that Yusong's talking about? A lot of people are willing to link it, which is very, very kind. Thank you. That's a thankless act, but here I go thanking you. Sometimes the book will say, reject Tenpai, acquire currency. Now, that is not what the book says in reality, but it's basically what it's trying to say. Holy smokes. Riichi, Pinfu, Tanya, Red 5, Dora, pure double sequence. I'm pogging out of my freaking gourd right now. Whatever we get that gets us into Tenpai, I will be slamming the like and subscribe button faster than you can say bazinga. This is a great hand. Even if someone calls Riichi here, if we get into Tenpai, I don't know if we can just fold this one. We can accept 6 of circles. I don't even think that we want that. 6 of circles is nice and all, but if we throw that and we get the 6, then we have to cut this and we're on a... we're not even in Tenpai. We're not even in Tenpai. So you know what? Throwing the 7 is good. It's a riskier tile. Thank God I did not stray from the path. If I don't call Riichi, is that interesting? I have Tanya, Pinfu, Red 5, Dora, pure double sequence chance. If I draw it to a 5 of circles and I get that guaranteed pure double sequence, this is a Dama-ten Mangan. Dama-ten Mangan kind of nice in the late game, right? Don't give anyone else a reason to play safe. If I call a Riichi, everyone else is going to be cannot get into Tenpai by doing that. If I don't give anybody else a reason, but this is such a good Riichi. Oh man, but I don't want to give anyone else a reason to play defense right now. I don't know. Maybe you're just supposed to slam the like and subscribe button. But we have Pinfu, Tanya, Red 5, Dora. If I sumo, it's still a 5th Han. I could just Riichi this. Let's just see what happens. Because Riichi allows us to get Orador. Riichi allows us for sumo. Riichi allows for Ipatsu. Should I have waited? I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is the bad thing about getting into the late game. And maybe a crossroad is right. Like, they had a 4-Han hand. Ay. Okay, I think going Dama there was right. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think is correct there, but I think going Dama is right. I don't want to give anybody else a reason to, play defense whatsoever. And I think that's what a crosser was thinking. And it worked on Right Lord. Now, it kind of worked indirectly because I was the one that called Riichi there. But I like the thinking there. I genuinely like the thinking. And Right Lord immediately cutting a 4 of characters. Alarm bells are going off. Maybe they're going for a flush in the Zazibaka suit or something along those lines. I mean, I don't know. The knight is still young. We don't have a pair in this hand. So I guess I'm kind of keeping this 6, 8, 9 shape. If we draw into a 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, at the end of the day, we could call Riichi waiting for a 6 or a 9. A crosser just going to nip that in the bud. One of the earliest dealer Riichis I've ever seen. We have a safe tile, which is really, really pog. We don't deal into Ipatsu. I'm pretty sure the white dragon is going to be cut after this, but, oh my god. Dealer Riichi Sumo Ipatsu. Okay, a crosslord has got the tile flow in them. Every time they touch that track, it turns into gold. It was a single tile weight as well. They had 2 red 5s. You could have so easily pawned the Previ Wind and then gotten into Tenpai that way. You know what? I kind of like calling. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you just insta Riichi there. Maybe that is a moment where you insta Riichi. Now I think, unfortunately, a crosslord is 60,000 60,000 points away. I think that is probably the threshold where we say to ourselves, Yusong, I know you really, really want to win this game, but you're still an at-risk teen right now of losing this game. So if we can get 3rd place, we are going to like it. Okay, you're gonna eat your 3rd place and you're gonna like it, mister. Here we go. Maybe Tanya, maybe 7 pairs. We have 3 pairs in our starting hand. No album out. It's okay. You are the protagonist. Let me see your match history. Do you have wall hacks on? Oh my god, look at all this. Look at all this 1st place shenanigans that's been going on. Now, these are all good honor tiles, but Southwind is the most dangerous one. It's 2 Han for Left Lord. And it's still just 1 Han for us, right? And so are these other ones. We don't want to give Left Lord 2 Han, basically. We want to throw this early so that Left Lord, if they're trying to keep all of their key for Sutherlands in the hopes of getting a pair, we don't want them to have the chance. We don't want them to be able to take their time, right? So we want to be able to throw it before they're allowed to call pawn. Vylord throwing the 5 of bamboo. I hate that, but we have 4 pairs in our hand. Suddenly Seymour is thinking about, a 7 pairs Marty. That's not even that good though. And I want to keep a safe tile. You know what? Frick this noise. 6 of characters isn't even talking to anybody. I kind of want to play both sides of the field right now. I'm kind of floating between alliances like I'm Dan Giesling and Big Brother. Look, I'm sorry, it's my only point of reference. Don't really watch a lot of reality TV, but you know what I do watch? Video essays explaining how a contestant won Big Brother. Those are very, very addicting on YouTube. There's one channel that's really, really good at it. Huge. I can't remember their name right now. My apologies, but they have incredible content. If you ron me on the Vivian Westwind, there is no God in this world. Okay, you didn't. I have no more safe tiles. What do I throw? Probably 1 of circles, right? 1 of circles, you literally cannot have a single tile weight or a pair. If this passes, I have 2 more safe tiles that I'm able to throw, and it's unlikely that you had a 2-3 early on, or 2-2-3 early on that you broke up, right? I think that's a really solid shape that you're gonna wanna keep around. Now, this is bad because if Left Lord is able to sumo this hand, if Left Lord is able to hit a Cross Lord with this hand, suddenly, you know, we are very much so at risk of big losing this game. So that's something that we gotta watch out for. Now, having said that, you're like, Yusong, are you hearing yourself? You gotta fight for your right to party. Yeah, but this hand is not the hand that you want to fight with. This hand is hot garbaggio, and we want hot. Say it with me, Tresario. Thank you very much. I yield the rest of my time to the floor. So 8 of circles is still safe. Trying to look around to see if there's anything else that we've got going for us in our hand right now. 3 of circles also being safe. Okay, that's definitely a boon. Call me playing Hades right now, the way this is a big boon. I have to focus because some of the times like last night when I was playing in bed by myself. That's not a safe tile at all. Okay, no one's punished but me. That's fine. I will bear that cross. Oh, Yusung's actually going through a god complex arc. Okay, that's awesome. The comment section here. Okay, I'm sorry for Do it to him. Do it. Never before has this been more earned. Was I supposed to throw Clint Eastwood? Clint Eastwood is like guaranteed safety. Usually it doesn't matter, right? Oh my god, that's probably my fault. Oh, the ELO is looking horrendous. I don't even have to hide my camera to show you the ELO. That's how horrendous it is right now. That's okay. He's going through his god complex arc, okay? Honestly, the filler arc before then, kind of whack. But the God Complex arc, I mean, it has some good writing. 3 of circles was literally thrown 2 tiles ago. Fairly recent. This is guaranteed safety. Unless someone has 13 orphans, which they don't. Should I have thrown this? This is guaranteed safety for later. And this is like Omega safe. You know what I mean? Like this is Omega safe. This should be like it's not, but it feels like it. It is arguable here. Look, there's no one in the world that wants to be like, Yusong, you're effing horrible than me, okay? It's called having depression. I want to blame myself as much as possible, genuinely. And I know this tile is guaranteed safe. If I keep it for later and I don't have to deal into under the river, under the sea, genuinely that is the thinking. PogChamp, right? Omega Pog. Is there anything else in my hand? I think that the only 2 tiles in contention are 3 of circles and Clint Eastwood. Just got us into trouble there. Oh my god. Oh my god. I call the Riichi here. Extreme Avengers Infinity late game. I don't hate this Riichi call. It's safe for a cross lord. What do you got going on? You are not even in Tenpai. Okay. Evangelion 1.3.1, you are not in Tenpai. I still lost this game, though. Still lost this game. Should have noticed that there was a lack of Dora on the board right now. Just took out Tomato Town. Oh my, I mean, I'm just reliving it. I'm just reliving it. That was the only hand that I dealt into, but what a hand to deal into. Did I win this one? No, of course not. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh my god. The single tile weight or something on the 7 of Sir. Oh. And I shouldn't have opened up my hand for that key for Sutherland. At least I should have waited for the second one. Pawning the second one, I feel like, is much more acceptable. Oh my god. All right, God Complex arc initiated. Look at this, by the way. Look at this. The game that I played off stream, by the way, I can't even escape my demons off stream, off cam. I lost by 200 points. And no, you did not mishear me. Is Yusong meaning to say 2,000? I lost by 200 points. I lost by 200 points. Folks, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm telling you, these squirrels, man! If you like this song and you like the genre, consider leaving a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos every single day. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord and our VODs channel, in case you can't ever make it live. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.